Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Space City, EDC. Today we're going to go over the Victorinox SwissChamp. Now, I'm a big fan of Victorinox tools, and I have quite a few, but I never had gotten one of this width, I guess you say, with this many tools on it. I have some 4 layers and 5-layer knives, but 4 layers is about the biggest. And I think I have 1 or 2 5-layer knives, but been watching this for a while and thought, well, I'm going to try it out. It seems to have a lot of useful stuff on it. But my thing was, it seemed a little awkward to carry and a bit thick to carry for a Victorinox, because you can't really pocket it. At least I don't think you could. But anyway, we'll get into it and check out all the functions. It has 33 listed functions on this knife, and the weight comes in at about 6.5 ounces. Its overall length is 91 millimeters, and see what the width on this is. The width is about just over an inch. So just a little bit over an inch and 1.3. But I found a easy way to carry it, and I'll get into that a little bit later. Let's start out with some of the functions on it. It has a standard toothpick from Victorinox, and then it has the on this side it has your tweezers. They're good little tweezers, pulling out splinters and things like that. It also comes with the upgraded scale, so it allows it to have a pressurized ballpoint pen, which works real good. If you ever find yourself in a situation you don't need a pen, or you do need a pen, I'm sorry. We'll go through the knife here and all of its items. It has the standard can opener with the small flat tip, or you can use it as a Phillips driver. On this side we have the larger flat tip, and it has the wire stripper knots right there. It locks. It doesn't lock, but it has a detent for 90 degrees, and it's also a bottle cap lifter. And then it locks in there. It doesn't. I keep saying locks in, but it has a detent where it's a spring-back design, so it has a nice little snap when it goes into full open. And you can also hear it goes into 90 degrees. So those are pretty standard on Victorinox. But this one has an inline Phillips that also has a 90-degree detent, and then comes out. I just got this about a week ago, but I've been using it and carrying it, and I've had an opportunity to use a couple of these tools. This Phillips is really nice. I really like that feature. It has a small magnifying glass, which can come in handy, It says you can use it to start fires. I've heard that. Me being a little bit older, sometimes it helps when you just can't quite see something on a page or whatever. It has these pliers. Now the pliers are not heavy-duty pliers like you're going to find on your Signal or your Leatherman Wave, or like today I'm carrying this is a Charge, it's quite a bit bigger, but they're good for light duty stuff. I've used them for stuff, I work as an aircraft mechanic, so I've been using them. They're great for pulling out small bulbs and things like that, and gripping onto small little screws and whatnot. It also has they call this a wire cutter here, but anything much over the size of a paper clip, you're not gonna, I don't know if you can see that little notch there. I haven't had the chance to use that. And back here they have a wire crimper. You see that feature there, and they are spring loaded. But it's nice, I mean, to use them, you know, in comparison to say a squirt or a Gerber dime. It does have this little bit of leverage back here with the use of the handle. So, you know, if you're doing a motion like this or something, it gives you a little bit more leverage. So I really enjoyed that part of it. And then we have, of course, the scissors, which anybody who has used Victorinox scissors knows they're just great. There's really not a whole lot you can say about them. They're one of the best scissors out there for a multi-tool or a pocket knife. Always sharp. You can do fine, intricate work and things like that. Let's see. Next to that, we have the fish scaler. Okay. Now, don't do a lot of fishing like I used to when I was younger. But one side of it has a ruler in inches, and the other side is going to be metric on this side. So if you're doing some measurements there, I think that's the metric side. Oh, I'm wrong. This is the metric side. And it has this notch right here, which you can use it for supposedly, I guess you can put a pencil in there or whatever, and you can get more of an accurate measurement. Say if you wanted to measure a board at an inch in length exactly, you could put a pencil in there and drag it down the board to use it like that. And it's also useful for removing fish hooks, I've been told, and even tying fishing lines. And if you really want to get into it, they said you could sharpen these up a little bit and turn it into more of a serrated knife. But I don't know if I would be wanting to do that. They said it's possible. So, and then beside that you have, oops, sorry. Let me find it here. We got so many functions in here. Here we have the file. Now, the file is a metal cutting file. It has a rough edge right here, very, very aggressive, that you could use to cut light metals, PVC, things of that nature. It has a cross-cut pattern on one side and a finer pattern on the other. And it has the end here you could use, I guess, to clean your nails out, things like that. But these are very good files. And do what they're supposed to do, you know. So it's a good thing to have on you, especially if you're doing little projects and whatnot. I'm trying to find there it is, the saw. It has a saw. Excuse me. Victorinox saws are awesome. They are great for cutting little branches or small, you know, 2x2 pieces of wood, something of that nature. I've used them, and they always work out really good. And you have the standard blade, which they're nice. I'm not sure the blade's steel. They got a lot of chromium in them, so it reduces the tendency to rust, whereas you might get with some other knives if you live in an area where rust is an issue. But they always hold a good sharp edge, and they're pretty easy to sharpen. Oops, sorry, bumped my camera. Then you have the small pin blade on this end for finer cuts. Usually I'll use my pin blades for, just so I don't have to, like opening packages and whatnot, so I don't use the main blade that much. You can save it for a little bit larger task, but they're real handy to have. Then on the back side we have the corkscrew. I don't use the corkscrew that often. People say they're real handy for untying knots, things of that nature. And I don't know if y'all can see that right there. There's a little pin tucked in there, straight pin. Much like, if I get that out, but you can pull that out. Comes in handy for popping blisters and whatnot. If I can just get it back in there. There we go. I got lucky on that one. First time. It also has this small eyeglass screwdriver that you can store in there. It comes with that. A 1.5 millimeter, I think. But it's great for wearing glasses. I wear reader glasses, but I guess somebody that wears glasses, prescription glasses, probably real handy to have. But you can store that in there. A lot of people also will keep tinder or something in there. So it's a great item to have. If you drink wine, of course, it always comes in handy for that. And back here you have a chisel. See, it's beveled there, but kind of an awkward place, but I guess if you were in an area where you could get to it, it would work okay. I haven't had the opportunity to use the chisel, but that's what that is, small chisel. And then you have the parcel hook, which can be used for a lot of different things. There's a fellow named Felix Imler who has a lot of good videos on Swiss Army knives and all the different secret things you can do with them. So check out his channel. But there's that, the parcel hook. And we have a, if I can get it out, hopefully, without too much damage, there we go. A small flat tip screwdriver. Another one there. And over here you have your awl, which has got a little bit of a sharp edge here. These are great little awls. They have sewing hooks, sewing holes in there, so if you wanted to sew thread or whatever, these will work out really good, and these can be used as a scraper and whatnot. They also list your little ring here as a function, but great for holding lanyards or whatnot. And also there's a emergency fish hook. I've seen people use these for making an emergency fish hook. And the end here is great for like cracking stuff open, like a glass breaker or whatever, even though it's not listed as a tool, but can be used as that. And but the thing I was thinking about the most, as far as carrying, they do make sheaths for them, but I didn't really care for those sheaths too much. I wanted something a little bit more compact, and there's another YouTuber, goes by the nickname Vine Climber. She has a lot of stuff on Victorinox also, but has a whole video on different ways to carry this SwissChamp, and came across this sheath made by it's Hide and Drink. I don't know if you can read that, but anyway, it fits on your belt. Your belt slides through there, and you just slide it in here like this, and it rides on your belt horizontally, so it's really comfortable, and the pressure from the leather, of course, holds in there. It doesn't slip out. You can shake it, whatever, it's not going to come out. You have to physically pull it out. Sometimes you even have to put a little pressure back here to get it out, but it comes out. But it sits in there and rides real securely, and it's just comfortable, it doesn't snag on anything. It doesn't get in the way. It's kind of held up against your body pretty snugly, and I think it's great personally. But anyway, yeah, Vine Climber has that whole video on that stuff. And check out this company, Hide and Drink. Kind of an odd name, but all their stuff is made in South America, but handmade, hand-stitched. Really cool stuff, so check them out. But that's my SwissChamp, and those are some of the functions of it. So I hope you might have learned a little something. Maybe you have one, maybe you would like to get one. But this one I picked up off of Amazon. I think it was like $67 plus tax. And so it was a pretty good deal, because normally on the website of Victorinox, I believe they're running about $106 now. So that was a pretty good discount. I was really happy about that. But anyway, like I said, check it out. You can find them for some good prices. And, you know, there are different ways you can carry it if you're not really into dropping it in your pocket, because it is a little bit chunky in comparison to, say, like my normal carry that I slip in my pocket is compact. I carry this one in my pocket a lot, but you can, of course, you can see the difference. Way big difference there. But anyway, I've been carrying it on my belt and have been enjoying it. So let me know what you think. You know, if you have one, if you like it, if you had one you didn't like it, ways you carry it, things you use it for, whatever. Let us know in the comments. And if you like this video, I come out about once a week with a couple videos. So subscribe if you would. I appreciate it. Like the video, and come back and see us. You guys have a great weekend. And this is John with Space City EDC. I'll talk to you guys later.